I could just get the intro on. There you guys go. So hi, so welcome to Thursday Night Live. I'm Tina Carini, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Byron, Georgia. So I'm so glad to be here tonight. I have 3 super cute cards to show you. And we're going to create them so you can see how you can create them too. We're going to be using one of the brand new stamp sets. This is an online exclusive. Oh, there we go. Blooming Phrases. You can't really see it, but when we go to the desktop, you'll be able to see it better. It's really a neat stamp set. I've really had fun playing with it and creating these 3 cards for you guys tonight. And so if you're joining me live, I'd love for you to say hi, where you're from, so I can say hi back to you and all that jazz, all that good stuff, actually. So I hope that you guys have been having a wonderful week so far. It's Thursday night. One more day and then it's the weekend, right? So that's going to be lots of fun and good stuff. So I'm super excited right now. My son and his fiance are under contract for a home. So we're super excited. They just had their inspection today. So that is why I was a few minutes late, because my husband was going over the inspection report with them. And so everything looks like it's all good, and we're happy and excited. A little sad because we're going to become empty nesters, and it's our last one leaving home, but that's the way it's supposed to be, right? And so it will be good. It'll be time for Tina and Vic to be Tina and Vic, and we'll still be mom and dad, but it'll be like a little different, I think, but it'll be fun. So let's see. No real big announcements tonight, except for, if you notice, I don't have any links on in the descriptions, and there's a reason for that. I think I spoke a little bit about it last week because a lot of demonstrators, including myself, have been getting flagged for certain links for emails and such like that, and I'm even afraid to even say that word. But so I don't put any links on there anymore. I'll probably put a shopping link. I don't think that will get flagged. So I will add the shopping link after the video if you would like to purchase this stamp set from me, because it's really a good one. And if you are interested in receiving my free newsletters, just contact me and I will help you with that. So let's see. I don't think that's it. We're a little over a week into the new catalog launch and the new online exclusives and new card kits and all that fun stuff. I hope that you guys have been enjoying looking at your catalogs, and I'm sure your wish list, like mine, is a mile long. But if you need any help with anything, I would be happy to help you with it. If I think of anything else, I can just mention it during the video. So this is the stamp set that we're going to be working with. It is called Blooming Phrases. I'm going to hold it up for you. So it has all these cool sentiments. It's got this line and all these little things here, flowers and such. You can add to the little squiggly line that is after it. So it's really cool, or you can choose not to, or you can choose to shorten it however you want to do it. But you'll see a couple of different ways to do it, and it's going to be, I think you'll like it. Okay, so this is the first card that we're going to be doing. This is one of my favorite pinks, which is Flirty Flamingo, and new color in color, which is Darling Ducklings. And then I used one of the 5 new in colors, Hello There, in Secret Sea. So we are going to make that one. So I think I have that all together. Which one is it? Right here, but this one doesn't go in here. This one goes somewhere else. Okay, so let's pull this stuff out. I've got a couple of extras just in case I make a big boo-boo. Oh, I got 3 extras. Wow, I guess I was planning on making a lot of mistakes tonight. That's all good. We have our inside piece, which is, I cut this to 3 3/4 by 5. So we have our card base, which is 5 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. I need to put these on because I can't see without them. Okay, so I'm just going to fold that at the score line. Try to line that up. And I am going to go ahead and give that a nice crisp fold. There we go. So we're all ready for that one. That's all done. Then we have, this is the piece that we're going to be stamping on, and I did not write my measurements down. I knew I forgot to do something. Like I said, it's been an eventful day today. 4 1/4, I think it's by 2 3/4. 2 3/4. So 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. So that is the part that we're going to stamp on. Then this is my layer or mat, whichever you call it, that's going to go underneath it. This is Darling Duckling, and it's just going to lay right like so. And let's go ahead and pull in some scrap paper here, and let's start our stamping. So the colors of inks that I'm going to be using is Granny Apple Green, Flirty Flamingo, Darling Duckling, and Secret Sea. And then you'll, for the little, I don't know what you call them, the little center of the flower, the little seed pod, we're going to bring in a marker, a Stampin' Blend, and this is Light Pecan. Now you can always use your Stampin' Write markers and color that in if you'd like to, but because Daffodil Delight is not a really dark color, and I'm using brown, which is a darker color, it covers it pretty well, and it's easier for me to do it that way. And also because I do not have a pecan pie Stampin' Write marker, because you don't want to use your blends on your stamps because they'll stain them, it won't come off, and it will it dries like that. So you want to use your Stampin' Write markers, which is water-based ink, so you can color your stamps with that. I know I have probably showed you guys how to do that before on lots of stuff. So let's go ahead, and we're going to get our Granny Apple Green, and I just threw my fingers right in there already. Wow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this part of this sentiment, and I'm just going to ink it just before the Y, so I don't get that onto my page. And then I'm just going to take it all the way to the bottom, just like so. And I'm going to do different heights. Just like that. And I'm just going to do them across. And I'm going to try to fit 5 of them in here, but I didn't pay attention to my spacing. So hopefully I can get this right. Let's see here, right about there. And then we're going to do one more, just like that. And I got a little bit of a blob right there, but it's okay. We're not even going to worry about it. If I'm too worried about it, I can always take this leaf. So this is in here too. It's got a little leaf here. I'm not quite sure what that is. Maybe a different kind of leaf. Then it has these leaves, these flowers here, which you'll see how this one works. This, so you can do it all the way down there. I probably will stamp a couple of those on some scrap paper so that you can see how they work. Now, since I got that, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that leaf right there, and then nobody will be the wiser. Just like so. And then I'm going to put one here, and this one can go there. And let's see, let's put one right about there, and one right there. I love photopolymer because you can see through them, so it helps you to know where you're stamping at. Sometimes I still miss. There we go. So now we have our stems and our leaves. Hey, Nelda. Your computer wouldn't bring it up. Yes, thank goodness for phones. I'm so sorry that your computer wouldn't bring it up, but I'm glad you made it. Okay, so now we're going to stamp our flowers, and I'm going to use the little, I guess it's called what? A corn flower or a cone flower. I really can't remember the name of that. And then this one here that looks like, it actually looks like a carnation bud. That's what it looks like to me. So we're going to do the carnation buds in Flirty Flamingo. And I'm just going to ink that up. And I'm going to line that up to my stem like so. And then I'm going to line it up to this stem. Uh-oh. Woo, see, that's so good with photopolymer. Woo, yeah, I saved the day on that one. It's not perfect, but it's gonna pass. All right, so let's see here. And then we're gonna take our darling duckling and we're gonna do the little cornflowers. Wow. Let's see if I can do it again. Oh well, we're gonna go with that one. There we go. So that's that and that's that. And then now we have to do is stamp our sentiment, and hopefully I'll stamp it straight. I hope so anyway. So our sentiment is going to say hello there. And as you can see on the sentiment, I didn't take the little squiggly line out. So what I did was I just inked it, come in from where your wording is and ink it up as far as you want it to go. So I am probably good with that. Let me see something. I got a little bit too much ink in there. I got heavy-handed. That's okay. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to smudge on me. All right, and then I'm just going to place it where I want it to be. Sorry if my head is in the way. Try to get that straight. And there we go. So we're all done with that. Hey, Lynette. All right. And then we're just going to map that to this Daffodil Delight. I am going to bring in some liquid glue for that. You guys know that's my favorite glue. It gives me some oopsie time. Sometimes though it can have the opposite effect where I don't let it dry completely and it slides on me and I don't realize it until it's too late. So there we go. So we are going to put that to the side, let it dry. We're going to bring this in. This is our inside piece. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to stamp on that. And honestly, I didn't think about what I wanted to stamp in there. So let's think real quickly. I think what I'll do is we'll bring back in our Granny Apple Green. And I'm just going to put that like that. And then I'm going to do a short one right here. And then maybe a short one right there. Okay. And we're going to bring our little leaves in here. And we're going to stamp some leaves. Wow. My stamping is horrible tonight, you guys. Really bad. It's okay. Just like that. And one more right there. All right. It's not perfect, but it is okay. And then we're going to close this up. We're going to bring in our darling duckling. Oh, you know what? We're not done with that. I forgot to color in the cone, so that's okay. So I've got this, so let me show you. on here, we're going to go ahead, because I know that this is dry, which it doesn't take long for this ink to dry. It's pretty much dry as soon as you stamp it. And we're just going to color that in, just like so. Pretty simple. All right, there we go. So now we can color this one in. Just like that. And then we're gonna bring in our little, what I call, like a little carnation bud. I don't know what it is really, but that's what I'm calling it. And we're gonna ink that up. It probably would have helped if I would have put it on the, it's gonna cross over. I'm gonna turn this one just a little bit like so. Oh gosh. All right, I know what it is. I didn't put my stamp straight on there in the center, so it was off to the side. So if I rock just the slightest bit, it's going to do that. So we're okay with that. So that one is going to get adhered right in there like so. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use some liquid glue. I'm going to put that right in the center here. If you wanted to make the inside of this card just a little bit fancier, you could always layer it with some Darling Duckling on the outside of this white. So you would make it 4 by 5 1/4. And then that would be very pretty too. And then if you had an inside sentiment that you had that you wanted to put in there, you could do that, or you could just write on it. This I popped up my original, but this one I think I'm just gonna glue flat. Just because this one might not get sent out because there's quite a few oopsies on it. So just for purposes, demonstration purposes, we're just gonna glue it flat. Plus I think the post office likes that better. There we go. All right, so that is that. Now we can put embellishments on there. Strawberry slush embellishments would be beautiful, but mine are not here yet. They will be here probably Monday. So just pretend that we put strawberry slush embellishments on there. I could use the same ones that we've been using over and over and over again, but I don't think that I'm going to do that. You know what? These are retired. I don't even think these are still available anymore. These went with the zinnias, the zinnia suite. But if you have them, these would be great on your project. So let's see here. Let's do right there. And let's take another one and go right here. Oh, did that stick? It didn't. Where did it go? I don't even know where it went. Right there. And then we'll take this little one. And we'll put this little one. Well, I'll take this little one. Hopefully we'll take this little one. We're going to put it right here. So we're just going to embellish around our sentiment. So there we go. Isn't that pretty? It's such a cute card. Hey, Tori. So cute. All right, so here's our original right here. And then here is our, you know what? I think I'm going to put these on here. Because when we do our little numbers game, whoever the winner is will get to pick out of the 3 cards that we do tonight. And I want you to have a good one. So this is going to be it. So there we go. So cute, isn't that? I love it. All right, so that is that one. Let's see, which one should we do next? Let's go ahead and do this one. I think this one is probably one of my favorites. I absolutely love the colors of this. I used Azure Blue, Lemon Lime Twist, and for the flowers, I used, oh boy, Fresh Freesia and Azure Blue and Granny Apple Green. And then we heat embossed the Happy Birthday. And see how that has that on there? It's just so cool how it does that. Oh, there's that little sequence. It went flying over there. All right, so that's the one we're gonna do next. And that one is, oh good, I'm glad you like it. Which one did you like, the first one or the one we're doing now? Or both? Oh. Well, thank you, Tori. So they're all flower cards tonight, or at least have some flowers on them. So again, we have 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. Did I say sore or scored? Tonight I just don't know. All right, we're gonna give that a nice little crease. Looks like I might have got that crooked. No, it's pretty good. All right, so crease that. We are gonna go ahead and place, we have 2 layers because I think that I was planning on doing the inside of this card with a layer just to show you how pretty it is when you really jazz up the inside of your cards. I always like to stamp a little something in my cards, but I don't go really fancy until, I should show you guys, but that would mean I'd have to get up. They're not handmade cards. Oh, I do have a handmade card that one of my stamping friends that comes to my classes sent me today. But I don't know if she'd really want me to show it because she thinks it's got a lot of mistakes on it, and it was really just a sample card. She even wrote sample on it, of a fun fold that she thought I would really enjoy seeing. And I do. I appreciate that so much. But it's so pretty, and really and truthfully, I didn't see that many mistakes. Just one little tiny one that you really had to search to see. So anyway, so it'll go like that, and we'll stamp a little something on there too. But my birthday cards, I got sidetracked. So I got not birthday cards, Mother's Day cards, and you know what? We're gonna bring this out too because we're gonna go ahead and stamp a little something on that. From one of my daughters and one of my granddaughters, and they were so beautiful and so fancy in the inside. And I thought, you know what? You really do need to dress up your inside of your envelopes, because when someone gets a card and they see this really pretty outside or really super cute or whatever outside, when you open it, you're opening it in anticipation, right? What's in the inside. And so that is why, I don't know if you guys seen my post or the video. It's a YouTube video for this. So I really decorated the inside to this. And this is so minor compared to what my Mother's Day cards were. But anyway, I really want to try to do more of that because it's just really cool. Yes, I will show you guys the card at our next class, which is in a couple of weeks, right? The 7th of June is my next in-person card class. If you live locally in the Middle Georgia area, we would love for you to come join us. We have a great time at our card class. I gotta find, let's see. Okay, so I was using this for the stem. I gotta find the birthday. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. I think I just found it. Let me make sure all the green is off of that so that we can use that, because we're gonna do some embossing. Here's birthday. So as you guys can see on here, I didn't do the squigglies. I just cut the Y off, or cut it off at the Y. But the birthday I did, and then I added in that little, I'll show you which one I did. I did this one. So So, so pretty how this works. All right, so we're going to start off with happy. And this, let me tell you the size of this. This is 1.5 by 5 and by 5. 1.5 by 5. All right, so I took my little buddy here with that powder and just really rubbed all over that nice and good, so that hopefully that will help with embossing powder not sticking where you don't want it, and it only sticks to the Versamark 99.9% of the time. Okay, so I'm going to ink up the happy. Again, I'm only going to go so far with the Y. And I think I got enough on there. And then I'm just going to try to get this as straight as I can. Just like that. There's my happy. Now I'm going to come in with my birthday. I'm going to ink this up really good. The whole thing. And it's going to go right there. Ooh, I almost stamped that really crooked. Right there. All right. There we go. And now I am going to stamp this one. I think I need to re-ink my Versamark pad. So what you do is you got the squiggly line, and then in the center of the stamp, I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me see. You can't really. There is a blank spot right there to where your stem will go, and I can't see it. So what we're going to have to do is go ahead and put the powder on here. And then on the first one, I just carefully stamped in between the powder because I was afraid to put the powder and then heat set it and then stamp the other, because I didn't want to accidentally burn the white that we already heat embossed. So we're going to just try to do this carefully. Hopefully. Oh, I got a little bit on there, but that's okay. So we are gonna, I think it will still stick once we put that on there. Ah, it did. So there we go. So I'm gonna do a little bit more. Yay. All right, so we're gonna close this up because we're done with that. We're gonna bring in our heat tool. So it's probably gonna get a little bit louder. All right, I'm going to start from the bottom. That's usually what I do until it gets nice and warm. I'm constantly moving it so I don't scorch my paper. There we go, it's already starting. Okay, so now I'm going to come up to the top. And switch hands because that's hot. And we're done. There we go. So, isn't that so pretty? I just think that that is just beautiful. All right, so now we're going to put this aside because we're done with that. Now we just need to, I'm going to go ahead and close this up because we're done with that. Now we're going to stamp both of these cards, or both of these layers. This one we're going to stamp these flowers, and this one, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to take this one and we're going to do it in probably some fresh freesia. And let's just stamp a couple of clusters here. Just like so. And let's do the same thing up here. So we're going to go here. And then here. so there we go. So that's all nice and pretty, all ready to go. And now we're going to put that aside. So I'm going to bring this in because this is what I did. I lined this up. Oh, we got some powder on here. I lined this up where I thought I wanted it to go. And then I just took my pencil, right here we go. And I just put a little tick mark here and a little tick mark here. And that tells me, and then I have an imaginary line right there that I can see, kind of. All right, so we're going to bring back in this stamp because, no, that's not the one. This is the one I like to use, this one. Granny, and I use lemon lime twist on this. Woo, I almost messed that up. So we have fresh freesia, Azure Afternoon, lemon lime twist. Lemon lime twist. I think lemon lime twist is probably one of my favorite greens. It's either going to be lemon lime twist or granny apple green. I love granny apple green too, but I think if I had to choose out of the two, if I wasn't using designer series paper, I would pick lemon lime twist. I gotta take a sip. Good old coffee. Okay, so we have 5 going across here again. So this is the same thing that we did before, and what I want to do is make sure the bottom of my stem comes just below this line. Now some of them will come further down, but I'm okay with that because this will cover that up. All right, so here we go. We're going to go probably right about there. Oh, I'm struggling tonight, and I don't know why, but I most definitely am. I am going to steal this piece right here. I got ink on my block, and I don't want to hit my paper with that. I know what it is. It's because I'm rocking a lot. And when you rock your blocks, you'll mess up every time. All right, so now we're going to come here. This is where it's going to come further down, but again, I am okay with that because my sentiment layer is going to really go over that. And then we're going to come up again. I don't know that I'm spacing these enough because I only need to fit 2 more in there. Oh well. And then we're going to come down. I'm going to come over a little more just so that it sort of looks even. But hey, if we were in a field of flowers, they wouldn't be even, right? There we go. That's pretty good. All right, then we're going to come back in with our leaf. I've got some granny apple green on there, so let's try to stamp that off the best that we can. Ink this up. And let's see if I can do a little bit better job with these leaves this time around. No blotchinesses. Okay, then we're going to put that. Oh, that's going to be underneath. I think I'm going to put another one right here. And I did it again. Okay. And then we're going to, let's see, where's my line? I need to pay attention to where my line is. That's what I need to do. All right, I missed it. It's okay. All right, so there we go. I'm good with that. All right, so now we're going to bring in our Azure Blue. And we need to bring in, I need to clean these off because we use them in Flirty Flamingo and Daffodil Delight. So we're going to change that up a little bit. There we go. So we're going to do our azure blue first. We're going to ink that up. And that's going to go, oops, I almost did that upside down. That is going to go right there. I love azure blue. It's such a beautiful blue. Right there. And then we're going to do our little, oh no, wait, I did that wrong. Oh well, we're going to go with it. That's all right. It'll just look a little different, right? It's okay. There we go. All right, so we're done with that. On this one, I chose just to leave it blue. Like on this one, I left it fresh freesia. This one, I'm leaving it azure afternoon blue. I'm going to line this up to that, where it just covers that line, so I don't need to erase it or anything. And I popped that one up, so let's pop this one up too. So I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on there. What does my shirt say? Oh, you guys, this is a gift from Zoe, so my youngest granddaughter. She asked me if I still liked flamingos, which I do. I said, absolutely, Noni does, because my grandkids call me Noni. And I got this in the mail with this beautiful card, too, that she picked out. It's, I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't really want to stand up because I'm in shorts. But it says, well, I'll tell you what it says. It says, Noni Mingo, like a normal Noni, just more fabulous. It's got a little flamingo. Isn't that cute? So I need to tell Tori she needs to show Zoe this video so that Zoe can see Noni wearing this shirt. Okay, then we're going to place this on here just like that, and just like that. I think that's straight. That's straight enough. All right, so now we're ready for some layering. So let's put our layer on here. We're going to just glue this down flat. Said it right, you guys. I didn't say flat down. I said down flat. All right, you guys. So time is getting near to play our game, our numbers game. So be thinking of a number between 1 and 10. We're going to go back to 1 and 10. Hey, Kim. Yes, ma'am. Better late than not at all. All right, so be thinking of a number between 1 and 10. The first one who types in the number without going over the number, who gets closest to it, we're going to layer this on here. Hold on. I got to think. Okay, so the first one that pops up, the number or closest to it without going over gets to choose one of the 3 cards that we're picking tonight. As a thank you for being on here and spending an hour or so with me on Thursday night. It's just a little appreciation because it really does mean a lot that you guys come on here with me. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue this down. Just like that. Kind of line this up. Wow, I dropped that down pretty straight. Check me out. All right, and then we are going to pop this one up. So let's go ahead. I'm curious to see whoever wins, what card you're going to pick. I'm really curious to see that. I know I'm putting a lot on here. But you guys know me. I don't like no soggy cards in the mail. Saggy. And dimensionals are cheap. They're not expensive at all. So it's just I have to remember to order them when I'm getting low. That's my problem. I write myself lists, but then I lose my lists. Except for my classes and stuff like that. I don't, because I have no books for those, because I know me. I don't want to mess anything up. Okay, so now we're going to put this on here. Kim, are you all ready for your trip? There we go. So on that one, I did put, you know what? We're going to use these. I think these would be really pretty. So again, you can't get these. I hate using things on here that you can't get, but I know that you guys got lots of stuff in your stash. So, you may have these. We're going to put that there. And, right there. So there we go. Isn't that such a pretty card? I absolutely love it so much. I think this is one of my favorites because I think it's the colors that I just love so much. Okay, so that is card 2 down. So the next one is this one, and that's a fun way. This is a super, super fun way to use this stamp set. It's different, but it's fun. It's cute. It's pretty. It's all the above. And we're using a new in color on this one too, actually 2. So the card base is Timid Tiger, which I absolutely love this orange. The orange is really, really fun. It's like a muted orange. You know what I was gonna do, and I didn't do it. I was gonna take sheets of our yellows so that you guys could see the difference and bring in, because there is a big difference in all of our yellows. So Crushed Curry is like a darkish, goldish yellow. Daffodil Delight is more of a bright yellow. Lemon Lolly is, it's a soft yellow. It's bright, but it's soft, if that makes sense. And then Darling Duckling is got a little tiny bit of a green in it, so it's real pretty. And then between our Timid Tiger and Pumpkin Pie is like a dark bright orange, and this is it's like a softer tone of orange. It's really, really, really pretty. So we have our scrap for our stamping. We have our circles that we punched, and I did punch an extra one in case I made a mistake, and hopefully I won't. Then we have our inside piece. This scrap I said was for, I think I told you guys it was for our sentiment. Again, if you want to make this fancier, you just add a layer. Like you could use one of these coordinating colors here. That would be really, really pretty with it. And I should have done that because we're going to do something cool on this. So I think it's cool. Hopefully you guys will too. All right. What was I doing? Okay, so first we've got to fold this at our fold line. I gotta put my glasses on so I can see. All right, so I am gonna give that a nice crisp fold so that stays down. So, and it's gonna be in portrait mode. Our other 2 were in landscape mode. This one's portrait. So I'm gonna use some Versamark, and then I'm bringing in the little rose that's in here. Right here is a little rose. I'm gonna bring that in, and we're just going to ink that up. You can do tone on tone, which is Timid Tiger, and on Timid Tiger, and it would make it stand out just a little bit more, but I didn't want it to be too busy, but you can most certainly do that. So now, what I'm going to do, I might bring in my other one because this one seems to be, oh, that's why. This is my older one. Shouldn't even be using that one because it's all boogered up and got ink in it and everything else. So I am just randomly stamping these flowers, these little pretty little roses, just all over the place here, trying not to get them in a straight line, which it looks like I did, but it is all right. I'm turning my card because I want the flower to look like it's going in different directions, and it does have a piece that comes out a little bit further, so that's why I'm turning my card. It's easier to turn the cardstock than to do like this. Little tricks that I know but don't always do. See, I almost did it again. I almost turned that. I didn't want to do that. Okay, we're going to make this one go right there. And we're going to make this one go right here. And then we're going to come, I just did it again with that. That's all right. That, we're going to put one more right here. And I think that I am pretty good with the way that looks. I might put one there. And I might put just a teeny one there. I'm good with that. If we think we need to add more, we will. All right, so pretty simple, huh? So that's all we do. So we created a really cool background. Then we have our circles. And hopefully I don't mess up on these. And these I use the Stylish Shapes. Which one did I use? I used, oh, I almost lost it. This is Spotlight on Nature. Where are my Stylish Shapes? Right here. All right, so I used my Stylish Shapes. They're all a complete mess, you guys. But that's all right. I know what I'm looking for. So I used this one, which is the third from the smallest up. That's the one I used to cut those out. So I just ran it through my cut and emboss machine, and voila, I got circles. Okay. All right, so we are going to do a couple different things on here. As you can see here, we're going to use our roses to tie in the roses in the background. Then we're going to use this little pretty stemmy thing again, and then we're going to use this one. So my thoughts, though, was because it was really hard for me to stamp these leaves in there, I was thinking, I wanted your opinion on it, because everything else has green, and if we didn't put leaves in there, that wouldn't have green in it. But I want your opinion on them. We're going to use on whether we should do it or not do it. We're going to use Granny Apple Green. We're going to use Darling Duckling. We're going to bring in a new color, Strawberry Slush. Well, it's new, but it's not new. It was around about 14 years ago. No, I'm sorry, 11 years ago? 12 years ago, something like that. Yeah, let's see, I'm going on my 11th year. So yeah, it's about 11 years. It came out probably 12 years. I got to use not quite a full year of it. So anyway, I loved it, and I was so sad when it left, and I was so happy to see it come back because it is absolutely one of my favorite pinks. So Pretty in Pink, Strawberry Slush, and Flirty Flamingo, and not necessarily in that order. We're going to bring back in Fresh Freesia again, and we're going to bring Secret Sea for our sentiments. Okay, so let's go ahead and get let's do our rose. So I am going to ink up our rose in Darling Duckling, and I am just going to that, and one more right there. Oh, I went over just a little too far, but that is okay. Then we're going to stamp some leaves. Oh, I almost did that in that color. Do not want to do that. Let's move that over. Let's bring this. We've got Granny Apple Green. So what I'm doing is I am just going to stamp full strength, and I'm going to move it over second generation. So it's a little bit of a lighter shade. All right, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to move it over. Second generation. And then we're going to do it one more time over here. We're going to go full strength. Second generation. There we go. And that's so pretty. All right, I need the green because now I'm going to do my stems. I'm going to get that one out of the way. So we're going to bring this one back in because we're using the stem. And I'm going to put a long one right in the center. Just like that. Oh, it didn't go all the way down. It's okay. And then I'm going to put a short one on the side of that, like right about there. And another one right there. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in, I'm going to close this up for now, strawberry slush. And I'm going to do this one right here. We use this on we did the white heat embossing with this one. And we're going to use it on here too. So we're just going to line that up just like that. We're going to do the same thing right there. Ooh. It wasn't quite centered in there. And just like so. All right, that one and that one's done. And then we're going to close this up. We're going to bring in our fresh freesia and our pretty little daisies here. And I'm just going to randomly stamp these. Do you see what I just did? I just tried to move it again. I'm moving the block instead of my paper. Oh well. And there we go. So I got that. We could add some more purple in there, or do you think we should add some green leaves? What do you think? I'm thinking we should add the green leaves to keep it all cohesive. I think that's the right word, cohesive. So I just gave myself a little bit of room to stamp some leaves. That's what I did, right? Just like that. And I guess we'll do one right there. That looks funny. We'll just stamp one in the center. There we go. I'm okay with that. Oh, green leaves, yep. That was my thoughts. Okay, so now we need to do our thinking of. So here is what I was going to do, you guys. So this is the wrong block for that. So let's go ahead. I am all done with this one. So I'm going to take this off because this is my favorite block to stamp longer sentiments with. So I'm going to lay this. The sentiment actually says thinking of you. But what I thought would be really cool is if we just ink up the thinking of in Secret C. I think I got it all inked up. If not, we've got plenty of scraps. I'm going to bring that right about there. Hopefully it's straight. It's not too bad. I'm going with it. Okay, and then, oh no, I need this. I need to add some wax in there. That one's hard to open and shut. I'm going to bring in my little tiny paper trimmer here. And I'm going to trim this probably right about there. There we go. And we're going to move this out of the way. Uh-oh, what happened? You guys there? Oh boy. Go away. There we go. All right. Then I'm going to take my my paper scissors because this is one of my favorite things to do, is just cut the angle like so, like that. So now we have our sentiment ready. We have our base ready. We have those are ready. Now we just need our inside piece. I put away all of my extra. I wonder how this would look. No, we used Granny Apple Green. Okay. I really want to put a layer in this, you guys, but I don't have any. I don't have a big enough extra piece of cardstock over here. Wait, what's this? That's Petunia Pop. I really wanted to put a layer, but I guess we're not going to. All right, so now we're doing the tricky part. The tricky part is we got to clean this off. It's not tricky. I tricked you. We got to clean that off. And so on here, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can bring in something black like this. So we've got, can you guys see that? Not really. Well, I went and put the white card on there. Now you might be able to. If I hold it up, maybe you can. So see, we got thinking of you, the line. But I don't think I want the line on this, all right? I could do it, and we could do a flower on there. You know what? That is what we were going to do. I originally was not going to do the squiggly line, and I was just going to do you. And then I was going to put a cluster of flowers there and a cluster of flowers here. And I still may do that. What do you guys think? We're going to use Secret C. I just don't know. I can't envision. It's a scary thing when I cannot envision something. All right, so we're going to go for it. I'm going to put you right here. No, I can't do that. You know why? Because it does it black. We can still do it. We're still going to do it. We are still going to do it. I'm going to do, I won't be able to put anything here because that's black. But we're going to bring in some of these. And we're going to put a cluster here. And we're going to put a cluster at the end of that. How about that? That looks all right, right? And maybe we can even do, some green. That wasn't what I had envisioned. Stick with what you can envision. Don't go rogue. No, I'm only kidding. Sometimes it's really fun to go rogue. Then you see if something will work or not work, right? This works okay, but not really what I had in mind. But that's still pretty, right? And then, wish I had a layer. I could just get up. I'm in shorts, but who cares, right? Okay, so we can use, what is our card base? It is Timid Tiger, and we could use, let's see, we could bring in, no, I want something that's really going to pop. I know that Timid Tiger and Strawberry Slush look really, really pretty together. What if we use, we could use this too. This might be really pretty. I think that might be too small. We can see. All right, so here we go. We have these two choices. So we're going to bring this in. We could do this one, which is Fresh Freesia, because we have Fresh Freesia stamped on there. And that looks really, really pretty with the Timid Tiger too. So we could do that one. Or let's trim one of these. Let's trim this down. This is cut at 5.5. We could do 4 by 5.25. Okay. We can do that one. That one almost looks Halloween-y. No, it doesn't. But when we put the flowers on there, it doesn't. So we can do that. So which one do you guys like? Use the light purple. So we got that. Because it's going to have these on here. That, and this one. And then this is going to come down here. So I have one light purple. Hey, Chris. And then we have the green with the purple, or the fresh freesia. I think I like the fresh freesia, and I know I saw one more for fresh freesia. I know, Chris, the colors are so pretty. We have one for purple. Come on, you guys, let me know. We can go ahead and start putting this card together. So I'm going to pop all these up. So we're going to flip them all over upside down. We're going to come in here with our dimensionals, and we are going to do that. And I also am going to stop for a second to write down my number. And when I write down my number and I say, okay, go, you guys write your number that you thought of. That is 1 through 10. The first one who answers comes closest to the number without going over gets to choose one of these 3 cards. Purple, purple, purple. We got purple, purple, purple. Fresh freesia it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm leaning towards that too. I like the green, but it almost looks Halloween-y to me. And it is not Halloween. Okay, so I'm going to take the backings off of these. And I'm going to put these 3 on, and then I'm going to write my number down. Uh-oh. Here's my notepad. Right here. Okay. Not notepad, but did I take them all off? I did. How about that? All right, so this one's going to go right there. This one is going to go right here. And this one is going to go right here. Actually, this needs to go up higher. Like that. All right, let me write my number down before I forget. Okay. All righty. Oops. You guys didn't see the number, did you? I folded it the wrong way. I hope not. All right, so go. Let's see who gets it. We're going to pop this one up. I need to close this. And we are going to put some things in there. Okay, we've got a number. Come on, ladies. Let's get our numbers in there. Number between 1 and 10. First one, it gets the number without going over, is the winner. That comes just a tiny bit off, but I think it will be fine. We're going to go ahead and glue this one down. All right. Anybody else? Last call. Last call. Here we go. Drum roll, please. I need a drum roll. Oh, I didn't cut something straight. That's all right. All right. Okay. So the number that I picked, you guys ready? Everybody entered their numbers, right? All right, here we go. Our number is 6. Can you guys see number 6? So who had 6? Did anybody? Nelda, yay! Congratulations, Nelda. So you get to choose which one you want. I'll put them all out here for you again, so that you can see and choose. And if you'd like, I can hold it to you for till class, or I can mail it to you, whichever you choose. All right, so there we go. I think that turned out really, really pretty. All right, so here is card 3. And here is card 2. Let me get this ugly scrap paper out of the way. Let me close this glue up. And one of these I messed up on, so I wasn't gonna. Here, this is the good one, the one with the rhymes, the sequence. In card number 1. Okay. Card number, I need to put an inside for you on that one if you choose that one. All right, so there you go, Nelda. Choose which one you want. Yay. Do. All right. Thank you guys so much. Card number 1. Okay, I will put an inside piece for you in there too, for you. All right, you guys. So tell me which one of these 3 were your favorites. I can tell you this one was my favorite. I just absolutely love the coloring to it. I love them. I like them all, but you know, sometimes you just have your favorite, and sometimes the color just does it for you, you know? Yep. Okay, so that is it for tonight. And we just went 9 minutes over. That's okay. I don't really have a specific time. I just don't like to keep you guys longer than an hour. But I so much appreciate you coming on here and spending your Thursday evening, or at least an hour with me. It's not your whole evening, but it's a big hour of your time. Thank you very, very much. And I will see some of you ladies at class on June 7th. If you're interested in coming, please reach out to me. And I will get you the information and a link to register for a class. Registration is required because it reserves your seat for you. And it keeps everybody in the same spot for me so that I don't miss anybody, or there's enough seats for everybody. Okay, because my seats are limited for the time being. And yeah, so that's it. I don't think I can think of anything else. I sent a newsletter out today. Hopefully you guys will be getting that or got it. And I'm thinking about sending another one. I gotta tell you guys, last week I did Happy Mail, and the sound was messed up. I was not in a really good place, to be completely honest, because we got some disturbing news that my one daughter is calling me. She knows I doesn't do my lives. You know, I should spank her. So anyway, she's too big to spank. Not that I would anyway. But so I'm thinking about just going ahead and sending a newsletter out with the PDF file in it for free, and it not be a Happy Mail. And then I'm gonna do a different Happy Mail because my son tried to edit it, and my computer just would not download the edited version of it. And so I could have just redone the whole video, but I really didn't want to do that because it's just. So I'm just thinking about that you guys are going to get a gift from me for that. You will not get the card kits, of course, but I will put that in a PDF file for you for free. So, and just enjoy it. And I will be coming out with another new Happy Mail. I may or may not use the same stamp set. I might use something different. I have to show you guys something really, really cute that I'll be doing sometime in the near future. I don't know when, but this is using our one of the new stamp sets. It's so adorable. I had to have this because I have popcorn lovers in my family, and I just had to have it. I was looking for the stamp set because I wanted to get the name right of it, but I don't see it. Here it is, right here. So you can get this with the dies too. This is Poppin' By. This is so cute. So wait till you guys see the inside to this. Are you ready? So, here we go. Whoop. And you can stick a movie gift card in there. You know, like movie and popcorn. Or if you were like having a home theater, you wanted to have a movie party night, you can make this an invitation to send out to the people that you wanted to come. So this is really cute. I can't wait to share this with you guys, how to make this card because it is super, super cute. All right, you guys, I'm going to go because I don't want to keep you much longer. Just one last thing. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so very, 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 very much. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I hope that you do so. I invite you to do so because it really does help me out. It helps me to get my small business out in the world for other people to share in our love for card making and paper crafting. Please give me a big thumbs up, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And I will see you guys same time, same place next week. Bye, y'all.